Now, there's a couple of things I think I should generally clear up pertaining mainly to the songs that you hear on Spotify and iTunes, wherever you listen to your music, and I have it uploaded. I have 3 songs on there as of right now. There is Hide and Seek, which just came out February 16th. There is I Brought Enough, and then there is Sank for Natra. Now, if you listen to I Brought Enough and Hide and Seek, they sound very similar. And the reason is because I recorded them in the same exact fashion. It was a live performance. That was the tone that I have decided to go forward with creating with Purebred Mutts, is that kind of tone, that like raw, give me a place to solo and let me kind of be free. Sank for Natra was completely story driven. And I have gotten feedback, and I will continue to get feedback from you and from a whole bunch of other people. And this isn't wrong, because I understand where it comes from, is that people don't think it fits. And they see that as me being hypocritical and making songs for the masses and for the numbers. And I just wanted to be straight up honest with you guys and talk to you specifically why I made the song. And I've made a couple videos before talking about it. I don't know if I still have them posted, or, you know, because I try to be as clear as possible, but sometimes I don't display it in the correct way. And for that specific song, first of all, I had been playing with the chord progression for it for years. And it started out as a joke because I was making fun of a Frank Sinatra song. And then it turned into a song that I really cared about. Now, the beginning part is where I lose everyone because they expect a certain thing from my songs, and I get that. And that is really what you're going to be hearing going forward. I would like to say that Sank for Natra is very much of a one-off song, but the story to me is very important. It's very prevalent, and that's why I decided to go full bore with it and create it. Also, at that time, I wasn't exactly sure what Purebred Mutts was going to be, if it was going to be this specific thing that I wanted. And I just wasn't sure the direction. I am now much more confident. I still think the Sank for Natra fits in there because of the story aspect. The story is everything to me. It is the most important thing. And the story just felt so powerful in that moment. The first half of the song is not for most people in this audience. And I totally understand that. I get it. That song I wrote for me. I wrote it for me because of what I felt. The emotions kind of switched, or, moved around in that song. It checked a lot of boxes for me when I made it, and it was a lot of fun to make. A lot of people do not like the auto-tune in the beginning. Let me just talk about that real fast. The auto-tune was not really for making the song sound better. In fact, it was for making the song sound worse. And I chose auto-tune because the voice of the character in that specific moment was fake. They were lying. They were talking about things in the same way Marie Antoinette would talk. Let them eat cake, which I don't actually think she said that. But anyway, it's about someone who's being fake, which is why I chose to make it auto-tune. People don't like that sound because it has that negative connotation, and I get it. I do not normally auto-tune my voice. I very rarely auto-tune my voice. You'll hear that in all the songs that come in the future, is I will do everything in my power not to auto-tune it. I'll just take it again and again until I can hit it correctly, because I know I can. And I actually did hit it correctly. I auto-tuned to mess it up. I did it because I wanted it to sound hollow and bad. I wanted it to sound kind of crappy, which may be counterintuitive. I understand that. But that was that decision. That's a big gripe that I get from a whole bunch of people. I understand that. If you read the lyrics, I feel as though you will understand it a little bit more. If you don't like it, I totally get it. It's, like I said, it's for the narrative. It's for that design specifically. And I understand you don't need to like it. I'm not tripping about that. I just feel like it was important for me to explain it and kind of let you know that's not going to be what comes next. That was completely narrative driven, and it was a creative decision that I actually feel like there was better ways to go about it now, but I've moved past that story at this point. I'm not going to retouch it, but just wanted to explain that. Now, the second verse or chorusy part, it's kind of a Euro pop thing. Again, that's not going to sound like what my music sounds like going forward. It's not. It just isn't. that in, the second part of the story was basically that mob mentality. So I wanted to make a sound that felt kind of like the masses, attacking something, taking over, which is why I chose it in that specific way. Again, not going to sound like what I normally do, but I did that for the story itself. So that's two parts now that you've heard that you will most likely not enjoy, which is fine. Fine. Okay. The third part is the more exciting aspect of me, of the song, where it gets into a more kind of like self-reflected anger mode. The character in that moment has completely accepted that mob mentality and is now attacking these characters that have wronged the mob in this sense. And it's much more kind of like angry trap rap kind of thing, which again, I would say that one sounds more like all the songs that are going to be coming through because of the way the vocals hit. I also use a lot of 808s in the newer songs. I'm trying to blend more of that in because I think it's a very unique and fun sound to mix with the guitars and the blues and rocks and all that stuff. So that part I'm very proud of, and I actually think you'll most likely enjoy it. And then the fourth part is, it's more of kind of like a third person. You're viewing everything from the top. So all of the decisions that the characters have made are coming to fruition. That's why I made that. There's a little a couple little guitar diddlies in there that were a lot of fun to do. And I think the last two sections of that song you will more than likely enjoy. The first two you won't, which is why I hope that you give it a chance, but do not go in expecting you probably won't like it. And then I'm totally cool with it. That's fine. Like I said, I wrote it for me. That's not what the stuff's going to sound like in the future. All right, I'm done talking about that.